90% of people trying to lose weight are gonna fail. And only 50% of those are actually even gonna give it an honest go. The good news is I can teach you how to be in that top 10%, but the deal we gotta make is you've gotta actually try. As a nutrition coach and personal trainer, I have helped hundreds of people successfully lose weight and change their lifestyle. Throughout my experience, I've been able to gather the top 5 mistakes that people make that keep them stuck and keep them from reaching their weight loss goals. Here we go. Thinking that you are lazy or you just need to manage your time better. You don't have a time management problem, you have an energy management problem. For example, you block time out for that workout, but you never actually do it. You have the best intentions of planning your meals, but every time you have a free 10 minutes, you sit there mindlessly scrolling on social media instead. You have the time. Time is useless if you don't have the energy or the capacity to use it well. So everything from here on out is gonna be talking about how to get your energy back. You operate reactively instead of planning and executing. This thought probably sounds familiar. I want to plan out my meals for the next week. I just don't have time to sit down and figure it all out. Whoa, wait a second. Remember the first point? You have the time. If you scroll social media for 10 minutes at any point in the day, you have the time to plan your meals ahead. You just don't have the brain capacity to use that time well yet. You end up being so focused and overwhelmed about the time that it costs on the front end to create the plan, but what you're not thinking about is the energy and the brain capacity that it saves on the back end. This is also known as decision fatigue. So we've all been there in that situation. We make decisions all day long. We're responding, we're reacting to the day as it goes. You get home at the end of the night, we don't have any plans for dinner, and somebody has the nerve to ask, what's for dinner, right? Well, we're done with our decision-making capacity for the day. So we end up just going for whatever is fast and convenient. That might not always be what is gonna help us get to our goal. What planning ahead does for you is it makes those decisions ahead of time so that when decision fatigue creeps in, we don't have to make that next decision. We just have to execute on the plan that we already put in place. You set boundaries for the wrong things. Now, hear me out. We're supposed to be setting healthy boundaries. We're supposed to be prioritizing ourselves. But the thing is, we end up setting a boundary for the wrong things. Take this for an example. You'll skip that workout, but you'll go do that volunteer thing that you didn't want to do. A workout costs energy, but you get energy back in return when you do that. Doing the volunteer work that you didn't want to do in the first place costs energy, and it leaves you drained afterwards. So what setting a boundary is supposed to be is protecting the things that give you energy back, even though it costs energy to put in, and saying no to the things that cost energy and leave us depleted afterwards. If you want to take a detailed look of all the things that are stealing your energy, I made an energy audit worksheet for you, and I put the link to it down in the description. You think it's a lack of motivation, but it's actually a lack of energy. This is a recurring theme here, isn't it? We've all had those times when we're just down and you just can't seem to get your shit together. You think you have to wait for the motivation to get started again. When you have that high energy and you're feeling really good, you're eating well and you're getting those workouts in. We attribute that to being motivated, but what we're doing is we're actually investing energy in the things that give us energy back, so we feel good. And side note, this is a little bonus, but you can actually manufacture motivation. In that down and out state and you feel like you're waiting for the motivation, just start doing the things that give you energy back, and you can actually create your own momentum to feeling better and having more energy. You can take control of that situation. Thinking that a healthy lifestyle can be temporary. We've all done it. We've got 8 weeks before vacation. We've got 6 weeks before that wedding. We've got however, insert time table and event here. We think that all we have to do is give that amount of time, and then once we reach our goal, we can just go back to living however we want. We think that we can just go back to living life without any restrictions. I think we're starting to see the pattern here. If you stop giving to the things that give you energy back, what happens? We lose the energy. Falling back into old habits just creates the same old outcome. Everything you need to know about community opportunities, more tips and resources can all be found in links in the description. Talk soon.